It came from. It came from.
It came from. Yes, this is where we search all over the internet to bring you topics the internet is talking about, the community, the human factors community is talking about. Really, any topic is fair game as long as we have something to really talk about here on the show. So we got one more here. This is it normal to feel like you don't know anything? This is from
this question.
This is from Sadity Gal on the user experience subreddit. Sorry about butchering your name. I have a few interviews coming up in my first job or internship. At first, I was excited, but now I feel like I'm not ready. I feel like I'm a good junior, good for a junior position, especially compared to my peers. But if I get hired at one of these places, I'm scared I'm not going to know what to do or where to start. I feel like when I graduated, I got thrown off of a ledge, and now I'm in free fall. Maybe I'm experiencing imposter syndrome, and if I am, it's terrifying. What if I get hired and I can't deliver? What if my work sucks? What if I can't give them what they need? I don't know how to run a workshop. I don't know how to do a lot of things. I'm used to school solo projects. I don't have the confidence. Any confidence in interviews I project is 100% a lie. I'm scared they'll hire me and find out. Aaron, this is an imposter syndrome question, and it's like how to overcome that. Have you experienced imposter syndrome?
Every day.
Good.
I feel like, is it normal to feel like you don't know anything needs to meet up with constantly feeling overwhelmed with UX work and like take them on as a mentor, and then constantly feeling overwhelmed with UX work needs their own mentor. We need to like love connect these two in the UX community.
Yeah. Imposter syndrome is a real thing. It can be difficult to acclimate to that and what it means for you in a new position, especially if you're junior. And just because you're junior doesn't mean doesn't mean imposter syndrome goes away. Even years into your professional career, you can still experience that, especially if you're working with a new company and they do things slightly different than another company that you worked for. You can very easily step into a role and be like, okay, well, I'm way out of my element here. This is way different than I thought it was going to be. And still experience imposter syndrome. I think for me, the thing that helped with imposter syndrome is understanding that the place that hired you for a reason. Even if the confidence that you projected is 100% a lie, I think they still understand that at some level, you are qualified for that job. And I think everyone should kind of take that at face value. Like, people are very selective with who they hire. I can think of very few instances where somebody slipped through the cracks and was a bad hire. And when they were, it was a really bad hire. But like, I mean, people do their due diligence on you, and you have to understand that, they understand what they're getting with somebody coming straight out of college. They know that you don't have the years of experience that somebody else might have. And so imposter syndrome is something that you should experience almost. I mean, like, if you don't experience it, I almost feel like you have too much confidence. It's like you should constantly be guessing whether or not the thing that you are doing is correct. Or I wouldn't say guess. You should constantly evaluate whether the thing that you're doing is correct. I don't know. Where are you at with all this, Aaron?
Well, I'm just reflecting on their first question. Is it normal to feel like you don't know anything? Yeah, that's normal.
Yeah.
But it's also normal and important to realize that, you didn't need to be that hard on yourself. Everybody is new at some point. Everybody, takes time to build their confidence. And like I said about this constantly feeling overwhelmed with UX work blurb, like, you don't become an expert in your field overnight. And if somebody's expecting you to do that, then like, look for other employment. But, it's okay. And I think a lot of us feel that way. I feel that way. I've been in the professional setting for 2 years, and I still feel like I'm learning and there's more I can know. And, I wonder if Jimmy Joe sitting next to me is killing it more than I am. Like, I think that's just kind of human, especially, it sounds like you did really well in school and you were really well at getting your work done on your own. That's kind of the way I was in school too. And so I think if you're just kind of naturally already that way, where you're like, am I being the best I can be? When you get into the real world and you're doing a job for the first time, it's normal to continue to ask yourself, am I being the best I can be? And the answer is probably yes most of the time, and that's okay.
All right. Any other closing thoughts on this one? I think imposter syndrome is a terrible disease that we need to eradicate, but that's just me. Have faith in yourself, right? You're doing the right thing, and they hired you for a reason.